Hey, hey, welcome, welcome. So excited for this call tonight. So excited that you are here to join us. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about everything about what we do as coaches. I'm going to introduce myself first. I am Erin Boyer. I still am, I guess. I was a personal trainer at a gym. I had 3 little kids. My husband was working 2 jobs, and somebody asked me if I wanted to start coaching. And I was like, no, I'm already like working as many hours as I can at the gym. I've got my 3 small kids. I take them to daycare. My husband's never home. Like we're juggling. We are so busy. There is no way I can start my own business right now. I told her no 3 times. And finally she's like, just check out one of these calls, because she could tell that I wasn't happy. And so I jumped on a call just like this. And I was like, okay, maybe if I can work this in the cracks of my day, like when my kids are napping or before they wake up, before I go to the gym, whatever, to work. And so I talked to my husband about it, and he was actually the one that was like, why don't you try it? What are you out? Like, just try it, give it a try. I was like, okay. So I signed up, and that's what I did. I fit it into the cracks of my day, my busy mom life. I did it before I went to the gym at 5 a.m. If I had a client cancel, I jumped on a treadmill and I worked from my phone for 30 minutes. If somebody canceled during that time, I would come home in the afternoon and put my kids to bed, which isn't ideal, right? I'm already working all morning there in daycare, and then I come home to give them a nap. And then I would work during the nap time, get dinner ready. I would go back to work. And then when I got home, I would do a little bit more work. And my first goal, we were living paycheck to paycheck. My first goal was to pay off. So for me to join, to get the programs and stuff, it was $160 to get DVDs. And so my first goal was to at least break even and pay off that $160, right? Because I put it on a credit card. I made that $160 back, but I also made an extra $200. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. If I can do this 1 month, what can I do? Like, if I keep going. So I kept going. And after 10 months, I was able to quit my job because I was making double the amount of income that I was making at the gym. And I was like, I get to be a stay-at-home mom. That was my dream, always, always. And so I quit the gym on the last day of school. So that was the very first summer I had ever been able to be home with my kids, like for the whole entire summer. I didn't have to take them to daycare. I didn't have to wake them up early. I didn't have to do any of that. And it brought me to tears. It was so amazing. And ever since then, I've been a coach for 7.5 years, which is so crazy. And I have loved it. I've met so many incredible people. Our community is amazing. I love our team. We don't have any negativity. It is so much fun. You will love our team. So I want to share just a few things that we do as coaches. And then I'm going to turn the time over to Christy and then Kendra, who are newer coaches, and they're going to share why they decided to sign up as coaches as well. So 4 things that we do as coaches. First thing we do, we are proof that the product works. Proof that the product works is we do the workouts. We have Shakeology, we drink Shakeology. There's lots of other products that we can try and like and share. And it's so much fun. I love Shakeology. I drink it every day. I have for 7.5 years. A bunch of other products as well. And as you get into coaching, you'll get to know those as well. And then we connect, invite, and follow up. So when we connect with people, usually with people we like, people we know, old roommates, family, we share about this opportunity. We share about our workouts. We share about the shakes. We share with other people what we were doing, how we're getting our results, and all of that. After we invite them, we follow up with them to let them know that we care, let them know that we're still thinking of them, because everybody deserves to live their happiest, healthiest lives, right? And we know that through exercise, through eating healthy, sleeping, drinking all of our water, that's how we get there. So we, after that, we help them, after they sign up, we help them get results. We help them find the perfect program. We help them get on Shakeology. We help them find their perfect meal plan customized for them so that they can feel their best. And then we also read personal development, which personal development is so fun. At first, I didn't think I needed it. I was a personal trainer and I felt like I already knew a lot about fitness, which I did. But it was more, the personal development was more for my mental. It was more to get me stronger on the inside out. It helped me boost my confidence, my self-belief. It helped me become a better mom. I still listen to it on Audible mostly and podcasts every single day. And I can tell when I don't listen to it, it helps me so much become a stronger person, especially in this crazy world. So those are the 4 things that we do as coaches most every day. And I'm going to turn the time over to Christy now so she can share her story.
Well, thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm in a completely different time zone. So I am on the Eastern, I live in Connecticut. And you're probably thinking, what is this lady doing? She's kind of crazy. But so I'm glad I'm on time, first of all, that I got the time right. I have a different story, I think, than maybe many of you. I'm a little on the other end of motherhood. So 12 years ago, I had 3 children. I was a single mom and met my husband, who had 4 children, and we became the Brady Bunch about 12 years ago. So we were the crazy, we have kids everywhere, we're doing, all of that stuff. And I kind of never really felt connected to exercise and health and fitness, even though I had become a school counselor and I was always fit in my mind. Like that's how I became fit. I was mentally fit, and that's what I did all the time with kids, with families, with children, and my own children. But when I was 17, I had ACL replacement. So I kind of always backed away from running, from exercise, from working out. I have 2 very athletic sisters who are younger than me. And I kind of always just sat in the background like, oh, yay, this is great. We're going to go watch you run a race. And it's awesome. And so proud of them. And always was kind of like, walking is my thing. And that's kind of where I sat for 20 years, very long time. My oldest is 21 years old. And we kind of entered this phase in life now where we have 4 children out of the house now, and we have 3 children. Sounds crazy, but we're down to 3. They're all in high school. And my husband and I have kind of entered this phase now where the summers, like I have my summers off because I work during the school year. My job is very mentally taxing, I would say. I see a lot of sadness. I see a lot of just very trying times with other families. And I thought at one point I wanted to go into the private practice world. I told my husband I'm going to go back to school. I had 2 more graduate level classes to take the state exam. And I did that in 2019. I learned a lot about how the brain functions and the scientific portion of why we behave in certain ways. And it really captured my attention more so than when I was becoming a school counselor and I was crazy busy being a mom as well. And then the pandemic hit and everything kind of fell apart, and education fell apart and my job fell apart, and we had to kind of rebuild everything from the ground up. And my job became even more time consuming, rebuilding everything differently, treating the kids differently, helping families differently. And it just became too overwhelming. And I told my husband, I don't think I can do that anymore. I don't think I can do private practice and do my job anymore. I have to do one or the other. And I chose the kids. I chose to stay where I was, but I just still kind of felt like, I don't know, now what do I do? The winter's coming and it's always my time to just gain 10 pounds, kind of sit on the couch. And, Connecticut has pretty bad winters. Not, I guess, where you guys are. Some of you are out in Utah, I think, but for us, it's pretty bad. And I usually have this thing where we just come home, I fall asleep after work because I'm so mentally drained, and we just go to bed at 9:30, and I always gain weight. And I just kind of felt like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm turning 50 this year, and I was scrolling through Facebook in August, like, oh, okay, I'm going back now. What am I going to do? I can't be in this rut anymore because I don't like the way I feel. I just felt I had lost a lot of weight through another platform about 5 years ago before the pandemic, and did pretty well, but never really felt like good. I just felt like, oh, yay, I lost weight. I look good, but it didn't feel great. And I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw something about Beachbody. I saw Shanti somehow on my Facebook. I don't know why. And it just intrigued me. And I ended up joining in August. And I felt like, okay, I need something that tells me how much protein to eat, instead of having all these free points that I just kind of didn't know what to do with. And I didn't understand or educate myself about food and well-being with nutrition. And that intrigued me. So the food is what really brought me in, how to manage your food. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'll do the workouts. I'm sure I won't do well. And then I really started liking them. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't die during that one. That's good. And I just kind of, when job one came out, I felt like that's a really good thing to make an appointment with yourself. Like I'm consumed all day long with Zoom calls, with parent meetings, with educational meetings. My whole day is meetings about other people. And I'm like, you know what? I really need to just focus on myself and my own well-being. And it helps me at work too, to kind of have a little more calmness about myself. So I did, and really started loving the workouts. And then I was like, I want to find out a little bit more, because I was just on the app and I saw Erin's page, because I just joined. I didn't join through a coach. I didn't join through anybody. I just pushed join. And so she was the coach that was assigned to me. And I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Like, who is this lady? Had no idea. Kind of thought she would be automated. And I reached out to do the virtual gym. And I remember telling my friend at work, I did it on a Friday, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to do this. I want some more accountability. That's why I signed up for this. And I was just going to go out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I didn't hear back. And I was like, oh, I probably did this wrong. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm used to the other platform that I was on, and you would get this automated like response. And so I figured I put something in wrong. So I waited a couple of days, and then I sent an email to whatever avenue I could, saying I was trying to join this virtual gym. What did I do wrong? And Erin got back to me and she's like, I'm sorry, I was with my family all weekend. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a real person. I had no idea that there were actually real people really attached to this. I had invested no money in Erin. I had nothing. And she really reached out to me at a time where it just like clicked with me, thinking, oh, I really, really like this. And she sent me, and I hadn't even signed up through her, but she sent me podcasts. She sent me all sorts of things about improving, coming out of your comfort zone and improving yourself from the inside out, which I love as a school counselor. And so that's kind of how I became a member. So I'm this crazy lady from Connecticut with all of you guys. But I really started thinking, God, I could really pair this together with counseling, which is what I wanted to do in private practice anyway. Like my vision of having my own private practice would have been oh, thanks. I see that in the chat. Would have been to have a venue where if a client came in, we would either walk on the treadmill together and have a session, or we would cook together and have a session. Like that would be my ultimate private practice mental health facility for myself. And like this kind of does that, but from my own house. And so I'm really excited. She asked if I was interested in coaching. I thought about it for about 10 minutes, and my husband's like, just that sounds great. Like he's always been that person for me. So here I am. So I'm a coach. I ask her 1,000 questions. So I'm getting used to Instagram because I'm just like a stalker on Facebook. That's all I knew how to do, Facebook. So I think all of my family's like, you're doing what? But they love it. But I'm getting a lot out of it personally, and slowly people are coming on board. I have this wonderful woman that I work with who, when I first sent my first post out, she was one of the first people to get in touch with me. And she's just an amazing person. And I'm like, it would be great to see her improve her health and well-being too, because of something that I suggested. So I don't know. I'm personally getting a lot out of it. And I am looking to grow this slowly and really work on it in the summer when I do have the summer off. And so I'm planning all these things for the summer. But okay, so that hope that wasn't too long.
That was so awesome. Thank you, Christy, for sharing your story. And just, I love hearing how people come into coaching. I just think it's so awesome. And we all truly have our own stories to tell. So for me, I actually joined Beachbody over, I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago. My husband, when I first joined, my husband was newly military, and I needed something to be able to work out at home. Whoops. Lost my speaker. I needed something to be able to work out from home. I was used to going to the gym, but now my husband was gone. And so I needed a way to do that. So I started about 7 years ago, coached for a little while and was on a different team. And anyway, ended up having a son with some medical needs. And so I got out of coaching because I just couldn't do anything else. At the time, I was very overwhelmed with his needs. And so I needed to kind of get out of that avenue for myself. And so jumpstart back to about 6 months ago. I had kind of followed Brenna on social media a little bit, and finally reached out to her and was like, you know what, I think I'm ready to get back into this. But just as a participant, basically, I had been using the programs and everything, but I was like, I want to be on a different team. Like I just didn't really connect with people on my team. And so I was able to switch over to this team, and it's been so awesome. And I've just loved the positive atmosphere that comes from this group and the participants, and just from coaching and from those using Beachbody as well. Like it's just been so awesome. I've just loved it. And so then in January, maybe it was January, I decided to start coaching. I was like, you know what, I'm ready to do this again. Like I just remember how much I love health and fitness, and I wanted to just get back into it. I just really love it, the aspect of it. And so reached out to Brenna, was like, what do I do? And she's like, this is what you do. Like, okay. So I did. And then I decided that I wanted to start a 30-day group in February. So I think it was like mid-January that I decided to join as a coach. And I did a bunch of Marco Polos to all of my friends, just talking about, hey, I'm doing this group and just really would love you to join. It was my way to be able to still communicate with people and be able to connect with them without like being like in their face, because they can watch it on their own time. So it was really good for me. And so I was able to actually get 3 enrollments within a week and went to Emerald. So that was really awesome. But also just to be able to see people that I had tried to connect with and tried to do stuff with before, and they weren't ready, and they were this time. And it's been so great to see them transform and to be able to use the products at a time in their life that they needed it and wanted it. So just happy to be here, and just love the positive atmosphere and the ability to be able to do this again. So
Yay.
Thank you. I love that you guys shared your stories, even though you've only been coaching for a little while. So great to hear how everyone comes into this. It's really inspiring to me. So I'm Brenna Kimber. I've been a coach. It'll be 8 years next month, which like blows my mind. I signed up in April of 2014, which feels like 1,000 years ago. But at the time, I was a stay-at-home mom with 3 littles, 5 and under, and we were already trying to get pregnant with our fourth. We always wanted a big family. So when my friend from high school, she's the one that introduced me to coaching, she reached out to me. She's like, hey, I know you like fitness, because I was always that girl that loved working out, whether it was a video at home or the gym or whatever. I've always loved that aspect. And she's like, you should coach. You could help other people with it. And I kind of didn't really even know what she was talking about. I didn't know what Beachbody was. And I was just kind of like, no, thanks. Like, I didn't even know what she was asking me. And I just said, no, thanks anyways. But she reached back out and then it told me a little bit more and told me that Beachbody was the company that had done P90X and Insanity. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I had done a few of those and I knew that they were legit. So I kind of opened up to it a little bit more, but then I had other excuses, right? Like, oh, I'm too busy, or I don't want to do sales, blah, blah, blah. She helped me talk through all of those. And I realized that all my thoughts about those things, they were just stories in my head. They weren't really true. Like, I could make time. Like, I had been reading novels and taking naps almost every day. I could use that time instead to build a business. And then she told me how much she was making. She was new too. She had just gotten started, but she's making like $100 a week. And that sounded like a fortune to me. Like, if I can make $100 a month, this would be worth it to me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. So I signed up. I started a program right away, a 3-week program we had back then called 21 Day Fix. I was already in really great shape when I signed up, but I lost another 6 pounds. I just really leaned out. I felt amazing. Shakeology was incredible. I could ditch all the like yucky vitamins and I was trying to make all these smoothies with like 15 ingredients and I'd make a mess all over my kitchen every time I got it all out. So Shakeology was a big blessing. And I immediately saw results from that. My skin, my hair felt better like within a week. So I was like, okay, this is great. And I posted my results on social media and I had 10 people sign up in the first 5 or 6 weeks, which was amazing. I had no idea that many people that I already knew were ready for me to help them with their fitness. I thought no one would want me to help them with their fitness. So that's just a testament to you guys that you're like, oh, I don't think anyone's going to join me if I do this. You are wrong. There are people all around you who need something to increase their mental health, their energy, their fitness level, their nutrition. And if you can be the person to offer that help to them, even better. And it's like a win-win for everybody. So I'm so grateful I joined. 8 years later, the income has far surpassed that $100 a month that I was hoping for. The personal development that Erin talked about has changed who I am, like literally changed who I am. It's made me a better mom, which is one of my most important things. And I have just like really grateful that I said yes. Coaching is a lot of hard work, but anything that's really fulfilling is hard work, right? Being a mom is hard work. Having a fulfilling career requires hard work. And so I'm grateful to that doubting, skeptical mom that I was almost 8 years ago that said, I think I'm just going to give this a try and see what happens. So if that's you, I encourage you to just follow that little instinct that's like, there could be something here for you and go for it. So I'm going to talk a little bit right now about the income part, how that works. And then we'll turn the rest of the time over to Katie for her story and some of the other things that she has to share. So the money works like this. You earn 25 to 40% commission right out the gate. As soon as you sign up, you're eligible for that. There's no cap to it. So you could go talk to everybody you know, hook them up with something that's going to serve them, our pre-workout, our post-workout, Shakeology, our packs that have everything in them. Beachbody on demand, like whatever you want, you get that commission right away. We get paid every single Thursday. So that's awesome that you get paid every week. I know my husband gets paid bi-weekly and sometimes it's just a little bit too long. And that's your first way to earn income right away is commission. The second way to earn income is called a team cycle bonus. And that comes from you building a team, like signing people up to coach with you as well. Preferred customers help you with the team cycle bonus. And you'll learn all those details, so don't worry about that. But this is the part of the income that is residual. This is the part that's going to grow over time. This is the part that's going to come in your paycheck from now until you cancel your account, which I'm never canceling mine. So it's going to be passive income for the rest of my life. And this part takes time to build. This isn't going to be there for you in the first couple of months, and it builds over time. But this is the part that can be really lucrative. You can potentially make up to $12,000 a week if you hit our highest ranks in the company. And that's per each business center. Beachbody allows us to create more than one business center. So that's something that you can figure out later on too. But we have a ranking system, and the higher in rank you go, the more your income as well. The more you get in your team cycle bonuses. And then we have quarterly bonuses as well that you can qualify for at certain ranks. And those range anywhere from like $800 to like $20,000, depending on your rank. It's 2% of Beachbody's total gross income for the quarter. They split that up and they share it with the coaches who qualify for those bonuses. So those can also be really lucrative. You get a matching bonus. So when you start to help coaches build their teams and they get a team cycle bonus, you get a matching bonus on top of that. And then we also have a fast start bonus. When you sign people up as coaches right away, you get a fast start bonus from them as well. So lots of avenues within Beachbody to create income, which I think is awesome. And you can utilize all of them. Or we have coaches that really only like to do the retail side. And so most of their income is from commission, and that's totally fine too. And you can work this business as a hobby, like something that you just make a little bit here and there. You just do it, talk to people when they come to you. Like it can be super low key like that, or this can be something that you build a 6 and 7 figure business with. Totally up to you and how much time and effort and skill you want to put into it. But I just love that there's so much diversity and opportunity within this kind of business in a box that you can sign up for and help people with their health and fitness. So I think that's great. I think Katie's going to talk about some of the little perks that come on top of that. And that's all I had to share on that. So let me know if you have any questions. You can always message later or drop that in the chat.
All right. Thank you, Brenna. Yes. What an amazing opportunity to build an income as women. I think that's so important that women have flexible opportunities to build an income. I think especially over the last 2 years, it's been very apparent that like nothing is certain. And so the more opportunities we have, the better. Okay, so a little bit about me. My name is Katie. I have been a coach for almost 6 years. I absolutely love it. We have moved a billion times, it seems like, during that time, back and forth across the country. So this has been so perfect for me because I take it wherever I go. I don't have to like find a new job or, whatever that might be. I'm able to take it with me. And I'm able to take my fitness with me. There's been times where I've like lived in a hotel for a month at a time, but I still have my workouts no matter where I go. So what a gift that has been. I just had my 5th baby. So when I started coaching, I had 3 babies at home. And I had my 4th baby while I was coaching, and I just had my 5th baby, which is like crazy town over here, juggling all of the kids in different sports and school activities and church activities and newborn life. But I am so grateful for coaching to be able to stay home and be the one that's juggling all of that. It's hard at times, but what a gift it is to be a mom and build this in the cracks of my day. So when I first started, my coach is Brenna that we just heard from. And I kind of knew Brenna from high school, but not really. We were a couple of years apart. So we weren't like friends. We didn't really know each other that much, but I knew of her. So she reached out to me and said, hey, I'm putting together this fitness accountability group. I think you'd really love it. Do you want to come do it with me? And I was like still deep, like postpartum depression from my 3rd baby. I was like binging on Oreos and ice cream every night to like dull everything that had been going on through the day. I was just exhausted. I was totally broke. Just felt like in a really stuck, icky phase of my life. I hated who I saw in the mirror every day. I didn't think there was a way to get out of it. And so I was just kind of living in this really negative space. And so I told her, you know what? Like I am just in survival mode right now. I can't even think about like starting working out or eating right. Like I'm just trying to get through the day here. So thanks, but no thanks. And because Brenna is an amazing coach, and she makes this personal, and she followed up with me a month later to show that she really did care about me and thought that this would be something I would need. So a month later, I get a message and she's like, hey, I'm doing another group. Do you want to come check it out with me? Come try it. And there was this thing inside me that said, you know what, Katie, like, you need to take care of yourself. You are no good to anybody else because of the state that you are in. And it's going to start with your health and fitness. Even though I hated working out, even though, again, I was like binge eating every night, I said, okay, I think I really need to do this. I don't want to. I have no idea how I'm going to afford my package, because again, we were like totally broke. But I talked with my husband, and I had a really vulnerable, upfront, honest conversation with him about how I was feeling about myself and my life and where I wanted to be, and knew that I needed to make this change and that I was just going to give this a try. And so because I had that conversation with him, because I was open and upfront of where I was feeling, where I was at, he was like, of course, yes, let's try it. He's a supportive husband, of course, so I went all in, put it on a credit card, praying it would go through, and started with a program called 21 Day Fix Extreme. Went all in with the nutrition, which I absolutely loved because it made it super simple for me to know exactly what and how much to eat. As a busy mom, just trying to figure it out, that just simplified everything for me. I drank Shakeology every day and felt like a completely new person. I was doing my workouts in the mornings, and I could get it done in 30 minutes or less at home. And 2 weeks in, I remember messaging Brenna and saying, I don't know what this is, but you cannot let me leave. Like, I need this a part of my life forever, because I feel like I'm finally getting out of the fog. Like, I feel like a brand new woman. I had more energy. I had more like excitement for life. I was a more patient, happy mom to play with my kids. I was a better wife. I just felt like I could have goals and have dreams, and I could have fulfillment. And I was just excited about life again. So I told her that, and she was like, you should really be a coach. You can be a coach, right? I'm like, what are you talking about? So she explained to me what coaching was, and how I could just be connected with this community, stay accountable to my health and my fitness, share that with other women that I knew were feeling the same way I was. And I could earn an income from home, like, bam, of course, because I love Shakeology so much, and I needed a way to make sure that I could continually have that, because there's no way I could afford it on my own. We definitely didn't have any room for extras in our budget, like everything, there wasn't room for anything in the budget, so let alone something additional. So I jumped all in, and I thought, what, if I can just like cover Shakeology and I can cover like our car payment, game change. We were 2 months behind on all of our bills. So I knew if I could just cover those things, then it would be worth it. And then I started to, and how exciting that was. How exciting to know that I was earning an income. I was helping my family dig our way out of debt. I was helping them financially. I was helping them because I was becoming a better person, a better mom, a better me. And then because I was helping other people feel good too. I was helping them find that spark and, that excitement for life. So I was earning an income by making an impact on all of these people around me. And it was just such a gift. And so here I am 6 years later, absolutely loving it, having a brand new baby, and still finding ways to make this happen. So I want to talk a little bit about a couple of perks that we have. In addition to our income, we have yearly free vacations for 2 luxury vacations. So I've earned these every year as a coach. A few of us get to go this month to the Dominican Republic. I opted out of going because, again, I just have a brand new baby and we just couldn't travel with her. So And then next year we are going to Mexico. So you could sign up right now and earn that free vacation for you and your plus one free luxury vacation. We never traveled this way. We were able to go to the Bahamas on a cruise that was absolutely amazing. So those trips are really, really fun. We have quarterly gifts that we get as well. We have an annual summit. So every summer we get together, all of our big coach family, we have a big party, we celebrate, we recognize, we have trainings. So this year we're going to St. Louis and I can't wait to be a part of that again. We're excited to have live events again, to just help each other. That's one thing that's so incredible about this business, and especially our team, is we just love helping. Like, we are always sharing what's working for us, how we can lift each other up. It's just such a positive, inspiring community that I definitely need, especially over the last 2 years. Like I don't think any of us would have gotten through the last 2 years if it wasn't for this community, for having coaching to lean into, for having flexible, simple health and fitness solutions that we can do at home to take care of us, the personal development that we have done to be able to carry us through these challenging times. Like, we're done. We're all tired. We're all like over it all. So what a gift this has been in every aspect. So that's just a little bit about me, some extra perks. So we are so grateful that you were able to come on this call with us and listen. And as you are thinking about how this could fit into your life, if this really is for you or not, how you would make it work, I really want you to think about, where is your life going to be in 6 months from now? Like, really try and picture it. Like, are you still falling on and off your fitness routine? Are you still like tugging at your clothes that fit too tight because you can't like stay accountable? Are you still living paycheck to paycheck? Are you still saying that things aren't in the budget? Are you still saying someday we're going to go on vacation, someday we'll get a new car, someday we'll remodel the kitchen, whatever that might be? It's always someday. Are you still looking at that woman in the mirror and thinking you don't like what you see? Are you still feeling stuck and lost? Or are you willing to take a chance on something right now that your future self can benefit from? Are you going to set up your future for success and fulfillment? Are you finally so proud of yourself because you've stayed consistent with your workouts and nutrition, and you are learning new things about nutrition and helping your family do that too? Are you paying off debt? Are you having a savings account now? Are you planning that vacation? Are you proud of how far you've come with your mental fitness, your mental health? Are you just excited to have big goals and dreams and a vision for your life that you never thought possible? And all of that will come if you're willing to step outside of your comfort zone and put in a little work now. That's gonna pay off for your future. And we are here to help guide you every step of the way. We have all of the trainings, all of the resources, all of the support and the community to help guide you every step of the way. You don't have to try and figure that out on your own. We're here for all of it. And we would welcome you with open arms into our coaching family, onto Team Elevate. So if you have any other questions about how any of this works, please reach out to the coach that invited you. We are an open book. We love to share because it's changed our lives so much, that we want to pay that gift forward to you. So let us know. Again, thank you for being on here with us, taking that time to just learn a little bit more about what this is all about. And we can't wait to see you in our team page, and we'll chat soon. Bye, guys.